You said the only things that exist is what I subjectively...
What I choose to believe exists.
That's it.
Like depression doesn't exist for me, but depression exists for you.
Okay, that's fine. So when the truck that you're not seeing and hearing runs you over flat in the road, it's not in your subjective experience until it hits you, and then it becomes an objective reality.
If I've seen it, then yeah.
No, you've not seen it.
So
the one that comes and catches you unawares.
Yeah.
Because you're saying only what is in my awareness is real. So when something that's not in your awareness, like the truck that comes and runs you over, then where is your competitiveness? I'll tell you where it is. It's flat on the road. Allow me in your imagination, because obviously your imagination controls the universe that you're in. Allow me to have that discussion. And
I will never get depressed. You will.
Okay. Subjective again that you're making claims.
No, there's proof in it. There's scientific proof that depression exists.
How can a figment of your imagination get depressed? Because I don't really exist, right?
I do not give a shit. I am in a more competitive environment than you guys, right? I'm 21 years old, and if I'm saying I will never get depressed no matter what happens, my mother could die, my brother could die, I'll be like, okay,
because
I still got work.
Because they don't exist. They're not real in your imagination.
No, they are real.
They're not real. Shall I tell you why they're not real?
You've been saying the whole time that this is real and this is not real. You don't even know how I think.
That's the point that you're making. You don't believe that Mount Everest
I don't think you know how you think either.
Have an experience.
Set of beliefs and systems that I have is through my own emotional experiences. I gave the example, right, of the car incident. Imagine, but do you understand? No, because you're looking for objectivity. It's not going to happen in a subjective situation.
Okay. If you think that only if you exist, so there are a group of people who say that whatever's in my stream of consciousness, that exists. So when I look around, whatever I can see and I can experience, that is real. Outside of that, may or may not exist. Is that your position?
Because if I will only believe things that bring me power. I live in the reality of this world. The reason I live in the reality of this world, I believe logic.
You don't live in the reality of this world.
Why do not? Because I don't subscribe to Islam.
This world does not exist for you.
Why?
Only whatever's in your stream of consciousness exists for you.
Yeah, my reality of this world, yes.
No. This world does not exist for you.
Why not?
Because you're talking about your reality.
But I think it exists for me, so it does.
There we go. You think it exists.
And it exists.
So that's the whole point that's being made to you.
But me saying I think means I know. Yes.
Because you're making an assertion from a position of uncertainty.
No, I'm not uncertain.
You're uncertain.
Why?
Does Mount Everest exist?
Does Mount Everest exist? No, from my opinion, I don't know.
You're uncertain.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying to you.
But I don't care.
No, I know you don't care.
So like,
we're trying to have a conversation. Let me explain to you. Because you're saying that you said that you are saying that whatever I experience, whatever I can interact with, whatever I can feel things about, is what's real.
Hang on.
One second.
Yes. Okay, yes? Let me ask a question after this.
Okay, is that correct? Am I misunderstanding you?
Yeah. Let me a bit. Let me ask you guys one question, yeah? And I want to know your answers truthfully from your objective realities, yeah? Imagine you
Look, we're not saying we have objective reality.
That's fine. I just want to hear your opinion on this.
I said to you, balance of probability.
Okay, can I hear your opinion about this?
Yeah, ask the question.
If you guys both go into 10 different car crashes driven by 10 different women, but the probability and the assessment by all the scientifically backed sources said that women drivers are better than male drivers, would you then still treat, when you see a woman driver, would you treat them the same way as a woman or would you look at the objective data that says that men are worse drivers?
Okay, so now we're talking about two different things.
No, we are.
I'll tell you why.
Objectivity.
No. We are talking about this earth, tree, the camera in front of you, the air that you're breathing. Is that real or not real?
Bro, answer my question first. Answer my question
first.
But
because you're talking about assessing different scenarios and
coming to subjective judgments.
So
yes.
That's what I'm saying to you.
But can you answer the question?
So this microphone, is it a scenario? Or is it actually?
Ask me the question. I'll answer your question after you answer mine.
I've answered your question.
No, you haven't. I've
answered your question.
The tangles and what
I've answered your. Listen to what my answer is. You're talking about something that's different.
Okay.
We're not talking about the same things.
So you're not going to answer then?
Okay,
look, it's very easy.
We are talking about trees and rocks and mountains.
In that scenario, would you?
Oxygen.
In that scenario.
1 second.
Okay, sorry, go on.
We're talking about these things, the things that constitute the reality.
So you haven't answered the question.
And you're talking about assessments that people are making.
Let's deal with your.
Look, go on. Okay, thank you.
So now what you said to me is you're sitting with 10 women.
Yes.
They all have accidents.
Yes.
Which 10 women?
No, like they've crashed your
women-
car.
Forget that.
The women don't exist.
I know, but let's just humor it.
No,
Which 10
women
I've
exist.
never experienced them.
I know, yeah, exactly.
I don't feel that.
I don't believe they exist.
experience-
Yeah, I
so
don't believe they
they
exist.
Which
yeah.
women? Which,
Okay.
Which cars?
Yeah, exactly.
Which Which cars?
So let me deal with your question.
There's no cars above.
Yeah, I know.
There's no women.
It doesn't matter. Let's
They
pretend
don't
they
exist
are.
because whatever's in my
I
subject.
know.
That doesn't make you competitive. That doesn't make you competitive in this world that we live
Let's
in.
pretend they exist.
There's no world to be competitive
Okay,
in.
hold on a
about.
second.
You're not going to answer the question.
I'll answer it directly.
Please.
But you're getting my point.
So I've been in a car with
Oh,
10
it's so
different
wrong.
women, and
There's no world to
they all had
exist.
accidents, right? They all had accidents, right? Now I could do two things now. I could either get emotional.
No, but you can't exist to get
Hold on a
emotional.
second. I could either get emotional, and I could base my opinions purely based on an arbitrary decision, on anecdotal evidence,
Yeah.
or I could supersede my emotions
Yeah.
and use my logic and my reason,
So what's the answer?
which I could go to the data
Yeah.
and I could challenge my opinions
Yeah.
and say, actually,
Yeah.
statistically, it is still on balance of probability better to drive with a woman. And I would probably go with that decision.
So you will.
I will still drive with a woman. And I'll explain to you in a real terms why that's the case, right? I'm not fearful, for example, of flying. I love flying, right?
You'd ignore your own emotional
Hold on a
responses
second.
and how you react to the situation
Absolutely.
to suit.
Absolutely. So when I'm in an aeroplane, I don't feel any fear in an aeroplane. You know why I don't feel fear? Because I know that statistically, it's one of the safest way of traveling. Now, what you're saying to me with your smile
Yeah.
is that
Honestly.
you would be with 10 women, and then you'd think the women were crap at driving.
Yes.
Right.
Just an example.
Okay.
They're probably not.
Okay.
The date says that,
So-
but it's just an example.
Okay, so you would do that, right?
Do you know why I do that?
No. Before we get to why you do it,
Okay.
you agree that you would do that, right?
I'm answering the question.
No. It's a yes or no.
But I'm answering why I do as well.
No,
right?
no, why? I don't want to know the why just yet.
He doesn't exist to talk.
I don't want to know the why just yet.
In my
I just want
subjectivity,
to
does.
know the fact that you would
But
do
actually
that.
doesn't exist.
No. I would just want to know the fact that you would do that, right?
I would choose, right? If I got in 10 different car accidents about 10 different women, I would then 100% think to my head, okay, I need to be careful around women.
Women are bad drivers, right?
I would think they're worse drivers than men.
Okay.
If it's 10 different
So
times,
you would believe that, right?
in 10 different
Okay.
times.
Is that actually true though?
In my reality, it's true.
No, in your opinion, not reality.
Reality is an opinion.
Well, no, reality is what's
Not an
real.
opinion.
Or my reality.
No.
This is the crux.
What,
Mark.
your reality is
no,
not
no.
right.
Look, let's be very careful here.
We are.
The reality of things is as they exist,
Yes, in your own head.
not
No,
how
there we
you
go.
would like them to
That's
exist.
the point here.
You can choose how it exists. You can choose if you're
No,
depressed or not.
no.
You can't choose if you're
Look,
depressed.
I'll be very honest with you. I'm going to stop talking to you.
Why?
Because it doesn't exist.
Because you believe in objectivity, I believe in subjectivity.
No, because I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I'm going to stop
Interesting.
talking to you. I'll tell you exactly why.
Please,
right?
tell me.
Because
The
I
figment
think
of your imagination is talking to you.
I think
Tell
that
you
it
why.
is. I think that it is so logically incoherent.
To what? To believe
Let me
subjectivity?
just finish. I think it's so logically incoherent.
You haven't provided an example though.
Well, I'm just about to.
Go on, wait.
I think it is logically so incoherent to deny analytical or empirical evidence and simply supersede that because your feelings tell you otherwise.
Because your experiences say otherwise.
No, feelings.
So I've experienced 10 different crashes. That's not an experience.
No, because your ultimate experience should be that 10 accidents do not reflect upon the millions of women that drive cars. But you have jumped to a conclusion that 10 is a big enough sample
In
for
my
you.
own, what happened to me.
Exactly.
In the imaginary world that
In
you-
your
you
imaginary
think.
world.
That doesn't
It's not
actually exist.
imaginary
Which
world,
doesn't,
it's a subjective
which
reality.
doesn't,
Which is the same thing.
which doesn't,
because it comes from your
which,
consciousness.
which unfortunately is
In-
detached
one second,
from
one second.
reality.
So in
I was attached.
Because the reality is that women are better drivers than men.
Did you say that with chess? Say that with
That's
chess.
the reality. Now, see, look, now you're talking about chess.
No, like,
No, we were talking about driving.
yeah, no, but do you actually think
The
that?
objective statistical reality as we have it in this country is that women are less likely to have accidents than men.
This is why objectivity doesn't
But
work.
you would go
This is why
against
it doesn't
that
work. Yes.
because your feelings tell you otherwise.
If you ask every
this is-
real guy, if
Real.
There's
What's
no
real?
real guys.
no, like
What's
when I
real?
like
Guys in your-
masculine men,
with-
masculine, like,
Ma-
you know, like,
masculine-
You mean
masculine.
chauvinists?
what's a show? I don't know. what
Well,
it is.
people who just put women down all the time.
No, they're not pulling women down.
Obviously, it is. If you lie about somebody,
We're not
They don't
lying.
exist.
if women are better drivers and you say that they're worse drivers, that's lying about
don't
it.
Are you really going to argue with me that women are better drivers than men?
Yes, statistically
don't
they are,
exist.
yes.
They don't exist.
Yes,
don't
statistically
exist
they
with
are.
women,
No, hold on a
no.
second. So you think to be a real man means to tell women that they're bad drivers?
No, I never said that.
That's what you just said.
No, I didn't.
You said real men.
No, you didn't let me finish when I was
What were
talking.
you going to say about real men?
I just wanted to say a big thank you, Jazakallah khair, to all of our supporters on Patreon and also all of you who have subscribed to the channel and are making comments and likes. All of this helps to support the dawah. And mashallah, the money generally goes towards transcripts, translations, and also the shorts that we're doing regularly, alhamdulillah. And all of that is having an impact on spreading the dawah. So Jazakallah khair, inshallah, keep your donations coming and help the dawah to grow. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
There's no such thing as real men, subjectively real men.
What do real men think?
I'll tell you what they think.
Please, tell me.
So what the masculine men think,
Masculine
right? The
men,
protectors,
yeah.
the providers of
Yeah.
the households.
Yeah.
What they think, right, is that I will look after my woman. I don't want her to
I'm
do
talking
this.
about driving
Yeah,
now.
I'm going to get to
Yeah,
driving,
get to
right?
the driving,
Yeah,
yeah.
we will.
Yeah.
And I will look after my woman.
Yeah.
I'll make sure she's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if she's driving, I'm more emotionally stoic, so I
Okay.
know that I can handle stressful situations. If the car
I'm
goes
safer
quick,
driving. I'm safer driving than
well,
she
you have a
is.
better stress tolerance. That's why
Okay, but do the statistics show that?
men are better stress tolerance. Yes.
No, that they're better drivers. They have less accidents.
The reason why they have more accidents.
So they do have more accidents.
The reason why they have more accidents is because women don't speed. But
So-
when you
okay.
speed,
So
you
men-
are a better driver.
So men have more accidents,
Men are better drivers by far.
but they have more accidents.
They have more accidents because they drive. They actually
So
drive.
they have more
They actually
accidents, but
drive.
they're better drivers.
Men
Man,
have-
what planet are you on?
You're
You
arguing
know how
me.
crazy this
You're
sounds?
arguing me that
I mean,
females
this
are
is
better
nuts.
drivers.
This is nuts, isn't it?
Do you really believe this?
So who's a better driver? The one who crashes the car or doesn't crash the car?
The one who actually can drive and is stress
The one who
resilient.
crashes the car or doesn't crash the car?
Of course, the one who doesn't crash the car.
So women have less crashes. So they're better drivers.
No, because you're
Oh,
looking
they're
at
not
the-
better drivers.
I don't think so.
Why not?
Because
And what
It's a
evidence do you have
subjective
to establish
in
that?
his universe, we're subjective.
all
universe.
okay.
All the women are bad drivers.
No,
Stop
I never said
listening,
that.
stop-
Never said that.
Stop
Hey,
listening.
F1, look at F1, look at F1.
Stop
F1,
listening.
hang on,
Oh
F1.
my God, don't go down there.
It's
F1 is not
F1.
dri-
It's
don't-
F1's not driving.
don't-
F1's not
don't
driving.
go down there.
F1 has all the best male driving. If a female was that good, she would join F1. She's not because
Why
she's
are you
not a
talking
better.
about
Because
women
that's
and men?
driving. That's
Why are we
driving.
comparing
You don't
women and men?
understand that in F1 that
But
the best drivers
why
are
are you talking
men.
about a world?
That's the truth.
Why-
Is that the
one sec,
truth?
one
Is
sec.
that not the objective reality?
Listen to me.
Is that the objective
One sec,
reality?
You don't exist. You don't
No,
believe
you're-
in a-
No, you
objective
is that the
reality.
objective
You don't
reality?
believe that.
So you're not gonna answer the
No,
question.
no.
I'm
The
gonna ask
objective
you-
reality
I'm
is that
gonna
there are more men that drive F1.
So
The objective
name
reality.
one girl that
hold
drives
on a second,
F1.
Hold on a second. Look, this is how you're laughing as if you're making a profound point. here.
Yes.
But
They're
you-
the best drivers in the world.
but you're-
F1.
Bruv, you're giggling and laughing
Yes.
as if you made a profound point here.
Is that not
But
a
you, but
profound
you don't
point?
exist of us.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, man.
This is the problem. There's a
But
problem.
do you believe
You're-
F1 is the best drivers in the planet? Those are the best drivers in the planet, or not?
Can we
Do you
have
think women are better than F1 drivers? F1 male drivers?
One second. Can I answer your question?
Is that how you think?
That the F1 has the best drivers in the planet, yes.
F1 has the best drivers who drive on the track.
And is that not
on the-
driving?
on the planet. Does that mean that therefore men are better drivers than women?
If you are both put in the same situation, a man and a woman, I'd have the person.
So why do men have more accidents?
Why are the F1 people the best?
Why do men have more accidents?
You're not going to answer my question. I'm not going to answer yours.
F1 drivers crash
But
all
he
the
doesn't
time.
exist.
Oh, this
He's
is my
not-
subjective
no,
reality. Do you understand what I'm saying with that?
There is no.
Sorry,
he doesn't
women.
exist.
I try to defend you, but sometimes you just can't defend women in front of some people.
I don't hate women.
Women
I'm
are
just,
bad drivers, even though
I wanna protect
statistically
women.
they have less accidents.
I want to protect
So
women,
in his
provide
sub-
for women. If a
You
woman
want
ever
to
asked me,
protect women
Of
by telling
course.
them they're crap at driving.
no, I'm just providing logical thing. If my woman
What was
came up
the,
to me and said, "Hey, can you drive my car? Drive a car." I think I'm more stress resilient than her, so I drive my car and take care of her. I think that they are more emotional,
But
especially the feminine
you're more likely
women.
to kill her in an accident, though.
No,
Of course you are.
that's your opinion,
That's
man.
the stats.
That's the stats, man. And the F1 drivers are the best drivers. So if I'm a
Stats
top
don't
driver,
exist,
if
Stats
I'm a
don't
top driver, then I'm better than all the women.
Stats don't exist.
How old are you?
I'm 21. How old are you?
I'm 55.
Jeez, you've been doing this a while.
I've been talking and contemplating on things for a while.
It's interesting, isn't it? Doing all this.
I suspect that as you gain a few years,
That I join Islam.
You may reflect on the conversation that you had today, and you may think differently.
Unfortunately,
I hope you do, in fact.
Unfortunately, I don't think you'll change because you're 55 now, innit? Your beliefs are already set in stone, so there's nothing
Well,
really
my
that
beliefs
can
may be set in stone, but they've come through experience and knowledge.
Yeah, experience, personal experiences.
And statistics and evidence.
And believing that the world exists.
And believing
And there is a
that the
reality
world exists, and believing
that is
that there are...
independent of your personal
And
consciousness,
believing
subjectivity.
and I don't believe in illogical fallacies
that's
and
the
fallacious
Yes, that
arguments.
men are better drivers than
No,
women. It's illogical.
I believe that things either exist or they don't exist.
So men,
I don't believe in this quagmire that lies somewhere between or around this concept.
I don't believe in depression. I'll never get depressed.
Because
You
you're
will.
not able to define it for me.
What? The quagmire? The
No,
subjective
you
reality?
haven't defined whether something can exist or not exist, or there is another option beyond that.
Well, I don't know. It's not my I haven't experienced it, so how can I say if it's done?
How's it going to...
What's that going to help me with my goals in life? If I...
Yes, I'll tell you.
Yeah, tell me how knowing that the universe exists will help me in my goals in
I'll
life.
tell you.
Please.
I'll tell you. If there is an objective reality independent of yourself,
What are you going to get up?
yeah,
Go on, yeah.
which is the position that I hold, that whether you exist or not, this earth is going to be
How's it
there
gonna help me?
I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to let me phrase it.
Go on.
So if you're not patient for the answer,
Go on, man.
and that's your subjective reality you're in, but
Everyone.
allow the other person your subjective
Go on, bro.
figment of your imagination.
Go on.
I know that I don't really exist in your mind, but allow me the...
No, I'm seeing you, I'm talking to you,
so-
you exist,
so
you don't worry.
allow me in your imagination, because obviously your imagination
Well, if
controls
you're-
the universe that you're in. Allow me to have that discussion. And
I will
say
never
the
get
things.
depressed, you will.
Subjective again that you're making claims.
No, there's proof in it. There's scientific proof that depression exists.
How can a figment of your imagination get depressed? Because I don't really exist, right? I'm only existing if I'm in your reality according to your imagination.
I think you exist.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
How do you know?
because I'm talking to you.
But talking to me that makes me exist?
In my reality.
And when you're not talking to me, I don't exist. So if I stand behind
No,
you,
I think
and
you're a
can't-
real. I think you're a real person.
If I stand behind you and you can't see me when you hear me, then does that mean I don't exist?
No.
That's the point that we were making to you.
No.
That there is an independent...
Because I know you're a real human because I've seen you.
No.
So it doesn't.
Independent of your personal subjective experience, there is a reality. That's the whole point here. And that means if there is a reality that's independent of your personal subjective experience, you have to come up with a reason to explain that. Now, if it's everything, now only what I see and imagine
Yeah.
and feel is real, my truth,
Yeah.
then his truth is he's a fish, their truth is that they're gold.
And that's what's happening now, isn't it?
And that's the problem.
Yes, but it's a double-edged sword. A lot of
It's
people
not-
go
it's
the other way.
not-
I'm
one
going
second.
that way.
Wait a second, but it's not a double-edged sword.
Yes, it is.
Because one is
Because no one's believing.
No, one is delusion.
They're both
and one
delusion.
is reality.
We're all delusion. It's all delusion.
No, we're not
Anyone
doing
who says they're a fish and anyone who says he's the most competitive person on the planet, that he will work hard, he will provide for his family, he will take care of the people around him, he will only believe things that give him strength. Someone who doesn't care if he gets depressed or not, I do not give a shit. I am in a more competitive environment than you guys, right? I'm 21 years old, and if I'm saying I will never get depressed, no matter what happens, my mother could die, my brother could die, I'll be like, okay, I
Because
still
they
got
don't
work.
exist. They're not real in your imagination.
No, they are real.
They're not real. I'll tell you why they're not
Yo,
real.
you've been saying the whole time that this is real and this is not
Because
real.
that's
You
the-
don't even know
that's the
how I
point-
think.
That's the point that you're making. You don't believe that Mount Everest
don't
exists.
think you know how
because
you think either.
haven't experienced
I
it.
do. I just don't believe in
That's-
objectivity like you.
Yes, that's the whole point. If there are no objective realities, then everything is a subjective reality.
It is because he
Okay,
believes in
that's the-
depression.
That's the
He-
point. Forget depression. That's the point that we're
And
making.
I don't believe in
One
depression.
second.
Is
But
that
that's
true?
the point that we're getting to, making
Yes.
to you. That if there are no objective realities,
Yes.
then everything is a subjective
Yes.
reality. So what is it subject to? You said my consciousness and my experiences. You disagree with that?
What? That's subjective. My consciousness.
What is the reality that is subjective that you have, that you believe in, the subjective reality that exists?
Mm-hmm.
What is it subject to?
Subject to my own experiences.
And consciousness, exactly.
Yes.
So whatever is in your mind you think is real, and what you experience is real, but everything that you don't experience you say is not real. That's not the reality.
Well, I can look at data as well. And I look at
what
it.
data?
Oh.
Based upon what?
See, you're not allowing me to explain my
Please,
mindset. You're
please,
just tearing it
Please,
down
please,
without.
please.
Yeah. So I'm saying I will look at data. I will look at analytics of X, Y, Z. I will look at all the things that's happening around the world. But I will only adopt the most competitive mindset in the situation. You could tell me, and you could give me 100 case studies that depression is real. I will never believe it because that's not competitive.
I'm not interested in depression.
Yeah, but I am because
Yeah.
that's a subjective reality.
Let's get to the reality of this thing now. So you said that whatever you experience and is in your consciousness is what exists. Everything outside of it doesn't exist.
Anything I
Okay,
choose to believe.
Okay.
I can
there
choose
we
your
go.
beliefs. I can choose my
That's
beliefs.
fine. So if you want to believe that nothing is real, then there's no.
I don't believe that.
That's just what you did. You
Well,
said the
how
only
do
things
I?
that exist is what I subjectively.
What I choose to
Yeah,
believe exists.
that's it.
Like depression doesn't
That's
exist for me, but
So-
depression exists for you.
Okay, that's fine. So when the truck that you're not seeing and hearing runs you over flat in the road, it's not in your subjective experience until it hits you, and then it becomes an objective reality.
If I've seen it, then yeah.
No, you've not seen it.
So-
The one that comes and catches you unawares.
Yeah.
Because you're saying only what is in my awareness is real. So when something that's not in your awareness, like the truck that comes and runs you over,
Yeah.
then where is your competitiveness? I'll tell you where it is. It's flat on the road. Flat on the road.
Yeah.
You've got zero competitiveness. Because why? You live in a delusional bubble that whatever
Everyone's
is my
delusional.
whatever is my subjective consciousness is real. If that's the case, then that means that you are vulnerable to the realities of the world.
What are the realities of the world that I'm vulnerable to?
That truck that's going to run you over that you're not aware of in your consciousness.
So you being objective wouldn't run it
That
over.
sniper 200 meters away who's got his gun pointed at you, going to shoot you, that you're not in your consciousness that is real, you're vulnerable to that.
How are you not
You're-
vulnerable to the same thing?
I'm telling you, I'm explaining it to you.
Yeah, please explain. How are you more
No,
not
I'm
vulnerable?
talking about your mindset.
No, but your mindset would be the
Yeah.
same. If a sniper's trying to shoot us, it doesn't matter if we're objective, we'll both die.
In your reality,
Yeah.
that sniper doesn't exist.
Bruv, yeah,
second.
until I die.
No,
And then I'm dead.
then you're dead. It's
Yeah.
too late.
But-
1 second.
Okay, go on.
In my reality, the truck existing is a possibility. The sniper existing
You're
is a
telling-
possibility. 1 second.
Go on.
So it's something that if I'm in that scenario that I can be aware of and think about and react to, because I know that there are things that are real that are not in my subjective conscious experience.
I agree.
No,
No, yes, I do.
that's
Yeah, why
opposite
not?
of your-
Why not?
Okay, let me ask you the
No,
question.
no,
Let
because
me
if
ask
I
you-
see a truck
No, no.
coming towards
No,
you,
no,
I'm not going to
not
run
C,
on the
not
road
C,
and
not
say,
C, not
yeah.
C.
So
You're changing the.
Hang on.
Let me give you the paradigm. 1 second.
No, you just gave him the paradigm. Let me explain it. You talked about the truck and you talked about the sniper. That's two paradigms. You just gave me two.
Let me give you.
Let me ask you the
but
same
you're
question.
changing
though.
what I've said.
You just asked two paradigms,
No,
though.
listen to what I'm saying.
I am. You're
Okay?
changing the
Let me
paradigm.
clarify. You said the truck that I'm seeing. That's not what I said to you.
So how would
I
you
said-
react
1 second.
differently?
I'm telling you now.
Yes.
I'm talking about the things that are not in your consciousness or awareness.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
You're saying that if that's not in my consciousness and awareness, they
Yes.
don't exist.
Yes.
That puts you at a competitive disadvantage.
Why?
Because you're not open to the possibilities of them existing.
So I'm not open to the possibility that a
Yes.
truck can run me over.
A one that you haven't seen or experienced. Yes.
Well,
Because it doesn't exist.
So I would run on a road because I think a truck will run me over. You
No,
would die the
why are
same
you
way
why
as
are you
me.
changing the paradigm?
No, that doesn't make sense at all. Can you understand that?
No, it wouldn't. And I'll tell you why. Because
We both would die in this
No, no,
situation.
no,
Doesn't matter if
I'll
you're
tell you
objective or
why we- I'll tell you
subjective.
why we wouldn't.
I'm open to the experience.
I'll tell you
I'm
what's
open
the
to it as well.
Imran, I'll tell you why you wouldn't.
Please go on.
Because a warner would come
Yeah.
and he would warn both of us. Be careful. That top of that
Yes.
building, there's a sniper.
Good man. Thank you.
Be careful of this road.
Thank you.
There are constantly trucks going there.
A moral person.
Hold on a second.
Yes.
You would deny the evidence. that
Why
was
would
given-
I?
Because you
It's not
haven't
your
seen
personal
it.
subjective experience.
You haven't experienced it.
If some random guy,
you could make an
you're-
emotional
You're
decision.
telling me what to believe and not to believe.
Right.
I'll tell you what I believe. Can I tell you what I believe then? In that scenario that you just said that I believe a certain thing. If some guy randomly came up to me and said, "Hey, there's a sniper going to shoot you. You should move," I would move because there might be a chance. Why would a random guy tell me
Okay.
that? That's so.
Great. So we've moved on a little bit
So
now.
you do
Without you
accept
realising.
the existence of things
not really.
existing that are not in your personal subjective
Exactly.
experience.
Hey, no, I would take it. It's more competitive to move a few inches to the left than have your head blown off for the sake that he might be right.
Why would you move for something that doesn't
Exactly.
exist?
What do you mean? Why the sniper exists?
No, you haven't seen the
You haven't
sniper.
seen it.
You haven't experienced the sniper.
But I am more likely to survive if I move. So why would I not do that?
So you're going by balance of probability.
I'm going by the likelihood.
Balance of probability.
I'd trust that person, yeah.
Balance of probability.
If I didn't move, what would happen? I might die.
Balance of probability.
In what sense? Yes.
Do you know what balance of probability
I
is?
understand. I understand what you mean.
So you would go by balance of
No,
probability.
I would trust that person if a random person told me
this
that.
is why I don't like having these discussions.
Why? Because you don't. You
Because you
like,
know
oh,
where that
You've moved
you
forward.
know where
No,
that
you've
question is
moved
going to
on.
lead to.
You've moved forward.
Thank you.
So rather than
I think you
answer
should.
it honestly, you're going to skirt around the bushes. You're going to skirt around the places. Because you know that if you say
Bushes
yes,
don't exist, boss.
balance of probability, then we go back to the beginning of my conversation with you, which was that we act upon balance of probability.
If okay,
Now
let me talk.
You know where the conversation was going.
No.
So you won't answer the question.
No, I'll answer the question.
That's
right?
being dishonest.
I'll
How
answer the
would
question
you-
right
how
now.
would you make
You're
your
not
deci-
letting me answer
How
the
would
question.
you make your decision?
Let me answer the question.
How would you make your decision
Let
when
me
the
answer the
warner
question.
came to you?
A what?
When the warner came
Yes,
to warn you
I'll
about
tell
the
you.
sniper
I'll
and the
tell
truck,
you.
how
Very
would
good
you make your
question.
decision?
Very good question. I'll tell you exactly right now. I'll pretend. I hope that you're the type of guy that would help me if a sniper.
What type of guy I am?
Okay, that's fine then. You would be the type of guy that you'll be the warner.
How would you
if
come
you're
to
the
that
warner,
decision?
yeah, I'm telling you right now. I'm setting the stage for the situation. If you're,
Hey.
this is my last point, by the way. I think we've got a good discussion.
Yeah, I think the discussion's probably run its course.
Sorry.
Yeah, but in
My foot was real.
I-
Apologies.
hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I already know it's real. But
How would you arrive at the conclusion that you need to indeed protect yourself from the sniper and the truck because of this person
Okay.
coming and telling you?
let me tell you.
What would be the
Well,
reason,
logical reasoning. Yes.
thing that you would use?
Perfect. All right. You ready? So, I'm gonna set the scene where you're the type of person. You're gonna warn me of this sniper, right? We're both on the street. There's a sniper there. You see the sniper. I'd hope that you'll tell me, "Hey, move right now. The sniper's about to shoot you." I would trust you, a stranger, because you're a God-fearing person, or we live in a God-fearing
You
person.
don't know me.
Yeah. So you wouldn't trust the. You wouldn't trust
No,
me.
I'm saying you don't know me. I'm a stranger. I just come there and say, guys, watch out. There's a sniper there and the truck's going to...
What's the negative of not trusting you? I could have
You're
my head.
again talking about the reaction of something.
That's how you come to a judgment, to see the positive and negative and then choose a
I'm talking
judgment.
about a statement that I've made. How would you
I'm doing that.
How would you rationally judge that
Yes,
statement?
I am rationally
what
judging
would be
it.
the faculties that you would use?
I'm trying to explain it, but you keep interrupting me, right? And saying it's reactionary. I'll tell you exactly why. So the way I would do it is if you told me, a person, that your sniper's going to blow your head off, I would move because if I don't move, there's a small chance I might die. It might be a 1 in a million chance. I don't care. I don't know what the probability is, neither do you, that you're lying or a random person's lying. There's no probability there that you can rationalize and come to scientific data. I know that for a fact that if I moved, I have a higher likelihood of not dying, so I'd move.
Balance of probability.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
I'm trying to understand it.
Thank God.
I thought you meant like.
We got there at the end.
Yeah,
We got there at the end. So
There are
basically,
possibly things that can exist that you're not aware of.
exactly.
It's better to plan like
Exactly.
a competitive person.
Now you see what's happened here in this conversation.
100%, bro.
What's happened?
I haven't changed at all.
What's happened? Well, look.
I think you guys
when
misunderstand me, which is the problem.
When you become stubborn in your thinking,
Is that the same for you?
That I'll tell you why.
Because you back up by science.
I'll tell you why that's not the case.
You're
with
backed
me.
by science and not your
Can you-
experience.
but just relax and let me answer, right? You have to be open to learn. If after learning something and accepting, actually, yes, it is balance of probability, therefore things can exist, despite me believing in them or not believing in them, then the whole conversation we've had changes.
Oh man,
Now, if you've said
you can choose what you believe.
Now, if you've said to me at the end, I'm not changing my opinion on anything despite saying what you just said,
Opposite thing.
then what that tells me is that despite agreeing to something being the more correct, let's say, path, I reject that path. I'm going to stay on the path that I'm staying on.
So the
And
way,
I think that's
yeah.
not a wise
Amazing.
or sensible thing to be doing.
Yeah, so you framed it in a incorrect way. I've always said from the very start that my mindset is the most competitive in the world, and the reason it's the most competitive in the world is because I only believe things that can help me not die sooner and to achieve the goals I have set in this world. That's the way that the elites view it. That's how the most competitive people in the world view it. So most people, the common men, will believe that a woman is a better driver than a man, even though that's false. And the most competitive people will know that's wrong.
Well, statistically, it's true, but
Yeah, that's why the common man believes it, right?
no. But is it statistically true or not?
Is it statistically true? F1 drivers are not better?
No. I'm asking you: do women have less accidents?
The most competitive man is a better driver than the most competitive woman.
Forget. But look,
I'm a competitive
do
person.
you appreciate why women might not go into F1?
Tell me why women aren't going to go into
No,
F1.
no.
Please tell me.
No. I'm asking you.
Do I know why women are going to F1?
Why might there not be as many
F1
women
doesn't exist, guys. You
accessing
know that.
F1?
It's not, it's a subjective reality.
Why is there not as many women in F1? Because
Why?
it's harder for them to stay calm under pressure. It's easier for a man. And you need muscle fibers, and you need to make sure it's all right.
Women don't have muscle fibers.
No, like stronger muscle fibers. Men have stronger muscle fibers. We can agree on that, please.
Which have you seen them? Are they part of your subjective?
There's a lot of women
I agree with
MMA
you.
fighters that would probably.
It's boring, bro. It's just boring, though, isn't it?
But this is the thing.
No, 'cause you
know
don't-
reality, and then everything, whatever you wish.
I choose what I believe. Yeah.
That's the problem.
You could talk to me the same way instead of trying to question that everything I'm saying is wrong for some reason, even though I'm telling
No, I'm trying
truths.
to understand what you're saying.
Yeah, but you're saying it's
But
true
our
despite the
the
evidence
major
saying
difference-
otherwise.
The major difference is
The evidence
You're
that a
saying
man.
it's true despite the evidence saying otherwise.
There's no. The evidence is that the most competitive men on the planet are better drivers than the most competitive women on the planet.
No, you know what? Where you're conflating issues here. You asked me a specific question, didn't you? You didn't have nothing about F1, did you? You said to me, if you sit with 10 women drivers, did you say they were F1 drivers?
I'm talking about the most competitive people. That's why I said it.
Hold on. You said 10 women and they have all of that.
So you don't want to answer that?
No,
bit?
because your
Okay.
initial question, because you've changed it.
But would you answer the new question?
Because you
Shift the
moved the goalposts. Because you knew the initial question was
You
going
don't
to
want
end
to
up
answer
in
the
a
new question.
You knew that the initial question
exist,
ended you up in a dead end. So to
doesn't- it's
escape
just
that dead end, you
delusion.
started
No
talking
dead
about
end.
F1.
No dead end.
Okay, your question was, if you sat with 10 women and they all had accidents, would you believe that women were worse drivers or better drivers than men? And I said I would still think women were better drivers because statistically they have less accidents. When I asked you the question, do you believe somebody who has less accidents is a better driver? You said yes.
Can I ask you a question?
You said yes.
Sure.
No, you said yes. Did you not say yes?
So what, the women in driving accidents? Sure.
A person who has less accidents is a better driver.
Sure.
You said yes.
Sure.
No,
Well, a
you
better
said-
driver? No, the most competitive man
No,
on the
you
planet
said
is a better
yes.
I'm
woman.
about to leave your conscious subjective
You said
experience.
yes.
Very nice to talk to you, yeah?
Right? You said yes.
I'll let you carry
Right?
on.
You said yes, right? You said yes. Statistically, somebody who has less accidents is a better driver, right?
No, I didn't.
Now.
Well, if I said it, I apologize. That's not what I meant.
So now you're taking that back, are
No, I've never said it.
you? You did say it. It's on
I'm
camera.
pretty sure. Yeah, that's great. I hope you release the full thing. Do you have a
We
YouTube
do,
channel?
Of course.
That's amazing.
Of course we're going to release the full thing.
Like, I respect.
So the
can I-
difference
can I-
between me and you then
yeah,
is
please.
this.
Yeah. If I did, I
I'm
apologize.
prepared
I don't remember.
to revise my opinions.
You're 55. You're not going to change.
See, again, you're talking.
hard.
You're talking
It's hard.
as if you know about these things.
It's harder to change your opinion when
You
you're
know-
later
you
on.
know-
That's why you indoctrinate from young.
you're-
That's why the kids now believe LGBTQ.
Let me educate you.
Because it's easier to indoctrinate a child than an old
Let
man.
me educate you.
You're not old, Talon.
Let me educate you.
Yeah, please.
It depends on how you think,
Right.
not on how old you are.
So a child is not less programmable than a man.
A man can be programmable.
So a child isn't more?
More than a child.
So a man is more
If he's
programmable than a child.
If he's intellectually needy, if he doesn't have the faculty of reason,
You don't believe that
if he doesn't
emotional
have if he
experience.
doesn't have the intelligence, if he doesn't have the ability to investigate.
I've really
so there are
enjoyed
many
this discussion.
factors.
I've really enjoyed
There
this.
are many factors. Okay. Now
Really
the point
enjoyed
that I've
this.
made to you is that the difference between you and me
Yes.
is that I'm prepared. You see, look, you're 21, right?
Yes, sir.
And you're not prepared to change your opinions.
yeah.
Let me.
Yes.
Hold on a second.
Yes.
You're saying I'm stuck in my ways at 55.
Yeah.
And at 21,
Yes.
you've just literally come out of nappies.
But I'll tell you why.
No, listen. You've literally come out of nappies, right?
21 years old.
Literally, right? From my perspective, yeah?
Yeah.
And you are not prepared to change any of your opinions.
Why?
Hold on.
Why do you think?
I haven't finished my thing.
Okay. Do you know why though?
Despite the evidence or the weight of the evidence
That women are better drivers than men.
counters your opinions.
Okay.
On the other hand, I am prepared to change my opinions
Okay.
based upon the evidence
Okay.
that is provided in order to do so.
And you'd believe
So
in
in
depression.
reality, you're more stuck in your ways, my friend, than
And
I am.
No, I agree because I'm a competitive person. I'll only believe stuff that makes me
Okay,
competitive.
so therefore your argument
you-
about me not changing my mind at 55 is irrelevant.
Okay.
Because you're not prepared to change your mind at 21.
Let me ask you something. Last question, I promise. Right? If there comes a study out that tomorrow that the sky is always being purple, every day it's been purple, and there's a study and it's scientifically backed X, Y, Z, would you ignore your own eyes and say the sky is purple?
If I could be shown why my eyes have misinterpreted the sky color, then yes, I would be prepared to look at the evidence. So I'll give you an example.
Go on. Sorry, go
So
on.
you're smiling a lot,
Yes.
but you might learn something.
I am learning, bro. I honestly am.
Do you know your eyes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you know the light that they pick up?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Do you know that there's a visible spectrum?
So am I not seeing the
Do you know
right
that there's a
things?
visible spectrum?
So am I seeing the wrong things?
Do you know that there is? See, now I'm questioning you about your knowledge about what you've just
About
spoken
eyes?
about. Yeah. Do you know that your eyes have a visible spectrum of light that they see?
Yes.
Yeah, you seem very sure about that, or unsure. Are you sure about that?
You just said I'm both. No, yeah, I'm sure of it.
You're sure, yeah? Is there a spectrum of light that you're invisible to, that you can't see?
UV waves, so probably.
So there are
Probably.
spectrums of light that you can't see.
Probably, yeah.
Right. Do those things exist even though you can't see them?
Do those UV waves exist? Yeah, it's probably in a science book. It doesn't make me more competitive to believe if it does or doesn't, so why would I care?
See, again, we're going down the same
Why do you want to
conversation.
know? Why would you want to know everything about everything? I don't understand it. Why won't you just want to know the things that are beneficial to your life? Knowing a UV light is gonna affect your light, where you perceive light or something that you can't even see. That's not competitive. The most competitive mindset is, oh, I need to provide for my family. I need to learn ways to make money. I need to learn to go to the gym. I need to learn ways to network better. These are the things that high value and competitive men do. Not sit here and argue about men being worse drivers than women.
Who is able to make better decisions? The one with limited knowledge or the one with more knowledge?
It depends how specialized the knowledge is. If me and you had a discussion about money, I think I'd know more about money than you, so I'd be better in that conversation. If we talked about, I don't know, whatever you want to talk about,
So,
you know more.
So a person who has more knowledge about a subject
Yes.
is more likely to make a better decision.
Yes.
Yeah? What you're telling me is, why do you want to attain knowledge? Why do you want to get all this knowledge when in fact I'd rather know less because it serves my purpose of just doing what I'm doing?
How does knowing some random stuff about UV light help me gain
not
money?
talking about UV
no,
light.
but it has to be specialized knowledge. Obviously, the person with more specialized knowledge on, say, money or fitness, they'd be better competitive. They'd work out
Yes,
better. They do
yes.
exercise. That's how you have
So
supposed to do.
knowledge changes your perspective, right?
Bro, of course, specialized knowledge and belief
right.
in that knowledge. Believing that, okay, if I do this 20 times and experiencing it, I get muscle.
Yes.
That's how it works. Not, oh, the science that says this is that. It's like, bro, we're all different humans.
So basically what you said to me is, the knowledge of something changes your perception of it.
The knowledge of something changes your perception of it.
And your ability to judge it.
Yes, but you should also always think of it in a sense of power. Do not let anything take power away from you.
Well, that's a reaction to it.
Yes, and you shouldn't.
But understanding it and understanding its existence doesn't change. But the knowledge changes it, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Brother,
Anyway.
very nice talking to you. What was your name?
My name is Abbas.
Bas.
Yeah.
Sorry if we got a bit here, but you know.
No.